Hello world, from whichever time zone you're catching me from, my name is MD90. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so that you do not miss the uploads that come up. And the easiest way for you to navigate the channel is to head to the playlist. You'll find videos curated for you based on your interest. So if you're interested in the Kutika podcast, you'll find a playlist for that. For news and trends, there's a playlist for that. Exclusive with MD90, a bunch of playlists that are created based on your interest. So the easiest way to navigate the channel is head straight to the playlist and you'll find what you're here for. Consider becoming a member of the channel. Right next to the subscribe button is the join button. You click on the join button so that you can become a member of the channel. You support the team on the production and a number of things that we're doing here, and we appreciate that.
Well, one person that is trending since the PF won the Chawama by-elections is Edith Nawakwi, posthumously. So as you may be aware, Edith Nawakwi was the founding president for the Forum for Democracy and Development, FDD. And she, if I'm not mistaken, she's the first female president of a political party in Zambia. And she ran that party for a long time. I think it was as long as maybe just slightly less than UPND, because at some point, even in an alliance, that's the UPND and Forum for Democracy and Development, FDD, and other parties at some point should have been, if not the 2006 elections, then the ones that came afterwards. But around those times, so as far back as then. And pretty much from the time that she ran the party, they never won any seat, be it councillor or parliamentary or any seat, but she fought in party to pretty much participate, and she did participate in a number of elections. But now it has become evident that since the Patriotic Front, the official Patriotic Front, is in court, because there is that court case being fought between Robert Chabinga and the Mausampa, given Winda, Brandmund, the Kambwili political party, PF. They are fighting who's the real leader for the PF, and hence because of that political embargo, the PF cannot appear on ballot papers, and it is likely this coming in 2026, the PF will not be on the ballot box, because even if Chabinga wanted to use the PF to stand, he cannot, because just like Chishimba cannot use it, he also cannot use it because they are both in court. So if that court case persists in there, the PF have found a strategy. They are going to use the FDD, and this is the party of Edith Nawakwi, and that's the one that they used for them to win the Chawama by-election. And from what it's looking like, even in other elections, they're going to be using FDD. So it seems like the FDD is the vehicle that PF are going to use as they go into 2026 general elections, August. And now people are just celebrating the legacy of Edith Nawakwi, to say this is the woman that has contributed to the political landscape that cannot be forgotten. A woman that formed the political party, ran it, and now in her death, it's even got a member of parliament, and likely they're going to get a mayor in Kasama, and obviously they'll participate in the August election. So pretty much most of the PF candidates are going to be on the FGD. So people are celebrating her, to say, I mean, she built something that did not yield fruits in her lifetime, but definitely it's yielding fruits in her death. I think it's been less than a year before, since she died. And now people are just celebrating her legacy on the political landscape. And ECZ has published the people that are participating in the mayoral elections in Kasama. So it says the following are the candidates who are participating in the January 29th, 2026 Kasama mayoral by-elections, because the mayor in Kasama died, and now there are by-elections which are taking place on the 29th. And they list them from the UPND, there's a NFP, there's UPPZ, and there's FDD. So it seems like that FDD candidate is pretty much a PF candidate, just like a Chawama individual. And that's the vehicle that they're going to use in this election. So wherever you see FDD going forward, just know it's a PF candidate. And since the Jose Alliance could not work and people were saying PF didn't have any party to use, they found one, and they found the Edith Nawakwi is the party. So going forward, Even people that are even transforming the FDD, I'll show you as we go in the broadcast. So people are celebrating Nawakwi's legacy to say it did not yield fruits in a lifetime, but it's yielding fruits in her death. Obviously, those pictures are also trending where Edith Chagalungu went to visit her when obviously she was in cancer treatment, pretty much when it had reached a very bad stage. So he went to visit her, and then should have been like a month later on, then she passed on. And yeah, so people are just trying to say, you can see Edgar Shagalungu there. They are pretty much using these images. These have been circulating the past couple of hours since PF won in Chawama, or as you can say, FGD won. But it's pretty much PF candidates that are using FGD as their vehicle. And Edgar Shagalungu and Nawakwi had a good relationship as they died last year. So you see, our image is being created in different ways. They put some green for the patriotic front there, obviously, and people are writing poetic pieces about it. It's been trending. People are celebrating Edith Nawakwi to say, I mean, her legacy is living on through the political party that she created, and now winning elections. I know that's what they've changed it. So they've changed it to PFDD. So now they've included PF as part of the FDD. You can see that's a new strategy, and most of the PF candidates are going to be on the FDD ticket, a ticket that was built by a woman, the first opposition leader, woman to form a political party, and she ran it for years. So that's one thing that's very commendable, political legacy there. On the other hand, Chishimba Kambwili is celebrating the win in Chawama, and he's simply saying he's going into Kasama for the fight again, to fight on the ground. Obviously, you know what that means. Political fight, not violence or of any nature. Simply, as they say, politics are a game of numbers or a contest. So he simply says they're going to fight to retain the mayoral seat there. That's what fight means in this sense. And he writes, Pawato with heart emojis there, as you can see. Congratulations to Honorable Bright Nundwe, the newly elected FDD Tonse Alliance Member of Parliament for Chawama. Irrespective of the Mangalato, we managed to come out victorious, irrespective of the government's blatant meddling in the patriotic front. We used our alliance partner FDD and still came out victorious. So that's the tagline they're going with, the alliance partner FDD. A special thank you to President Given Luwinda, Honorable Mao Sampa, Honorable Lawrence Chadwe, and Christine Mukandila. And he mentions a number of people. These comrades, together with myself, ran a spirited, efficient campaign. We spoke to the issue of hunger, load shedding, and imminent dictatorship. That if left unchecked, will take Zambia backwards. We are glad we won in honor of our late President Edgar Chagwa. We won this election despite facing government machinery. Special congratulations to the people of Chawama. The people of Chawama stood up against the ill treatment of the Lungu family at the hands of the heartless government. The victory in Chawama shows that the people of Zambia are angry and they are hungry, and they are suffering due to the leadership that focuses less on development and more on fixing opposition. Special thank you also goes to Socialist Party leader, Dr. Fred Membe, who chose to support the PF-FDD candidate rather than field his own candidate. This is as it should be. I hereby also make my clarion call to other opposition parties, that is the Citizen First and then NFP, EFF, whatever, in the list, a number of political parties there, said, let us come together as one and defeat the destructive government and deceitful government and a government that thrives on misfortunes of fellow human beings, or in the name of politics. Together we can defeat and restore Zambia. So no, we are not going we are not going to the farm as opposition. We are going back to the drawing board, and we are coming to restore the country and save it for those who do from those who do not mean well for Zambia. PF Likulu Tata. paper or no paper, that is referring to that fight between Chabinga and them in court. Paper or no paper, Patriotic Front remains enached in the hearts of many Zambians. I wish my good friend Bright all the best, and may God bless you, the wonderful people of Chawama, Imbwidi, Pajobu, Kasama, here we come. So simply saying, now the next battle is in Kasama for that mayoral seat, and he has called on the citizen first to also unite under one candidate, probably the FTD candidate. And you can see, as I said, Edith Nawakwi is being celebrated there. You could see even Kasonde Mwenda put up an image of her, what she built in the FTD, and it's yielding results. There, this was during a funeral where people were signing the book of condolences at her house last year. And yeah, so she's been celebrated to say, I mean, a woman built a political party and her legacy is living on, and it seems to be thriving as we head into 2026, because PF is likely not going to be on the ballot box because that fight will continue throughout this process. The vote by the vote by people of Chawama yesterday only sends one signal to the country, region, and the world at large that Zambia's democracy is thriving. That's Cornelius Moita, chief government spokesperson. He simply says that's just what democracy is. You lose some, you win some, and that just only shows if the opposition can win, then Zambia has a thriving democracy, which is true. And obviously, Frank Mutwila also urged the opposition need to unite. This call has been coming from everyone. I hope they're able to get their act together, but the reality is that it looks like everyone wants to be president. Once they figure that out and they unite under one candidate, definitely it will be a formidable team for the UPND to fight. Obviously, more images of Edith and Edith Nawakwi there circulating online as people celebrate them. And that's Tesila Lungu with her late dad. That image has also been trending after that win in Chawama. HH Walks Democracy Talk congratulates Nundwe for winning Chawama, posts us in the Zambia Daily Mail. And then elders call for opposition unity. This call for unity, it has been happening since 2021. Everyone has been calling for that. They just have to get their act together. If they don't, they will just be a statistic. Because this win in Chawama, in as much as they were disfranchised, it might not be replicated if they continue contesting different candidates. Because if you remember, Harikawa's candidate also got some votes, almost 2,000 votes. So if that 2,000 had gone to a PF candidate, the margin would have been different. So it might not work the same way in other parts if they're not united. And hence that call coming from those elders. And that's the news, ladies and gentlemen. Have a beautiful weekend.